Hi, my name is Daniel Menendez, and this is my presentation on 2000s fashion and now. So, for color trends and textile trends in the 2000s, I feel like we all can think back and we remember all these crazy different colors and patterns. It was honestly, the decade was dominated by loud and vibrant colors like hot pink, electric blue, lime green. These all reflected the Y2K aesthetic going on. A lot of different finishes like metallics and silvers and sequins were also very popular. And fabrics themselves like denim, velour, silk, chiffon, and lace were very popular. As you can see down here, you can see some examples of the denim, the velour tracksuits, which were very big, silk dresses, velvet lining, and fur everything. And then for color and textile trends now, we've calmed down a little bit. Neutral tones and shades like beige, cream, brown, and gray are the most popular colors. And there's a really big emphasis, and as you can see, these two bottom pictures of tonal dressing, or almost kind of using like monochrome pieces to put together a cohesive outfit. Bold colors like neon green and fuchsia are still very popular. We could see this very PP pink from Valentino's collection with Zendaya. And eco-conscious consumers of today look for organic and sustainable fabrics like cotton, linen, and bamboo. Exotic leathers are also on their way out as compared to the 2000s. For cultural and social influences of the 2000s, celebrities like Britney Spears and Paris Hilton were some of the biggest trendsetters of the time. TV shows like Sex and the City, The Simple Life, Project Runway, and The Real were major sources of fashion trends. And fast fashion was just getting its beginning, so it was very easy for people to mimic these looks and go to the mall and get something very similar to what they've seen on TV. A lot of new technology, like the new phones coming out, also kind of played into that futuristic aesthetic. Nowadays, most of our cultural and social influence comes from the movie and social media we consume. Movies like Barbie and shows like Euphoria really inspired and pushed like a new narrative. Barbie made pink cool again, and Euphoria really kind of pushed like a grungy, very glamorous aesthetic similar to 90s grunge. Celebrities also still do have a lot of influence, like Kylie Jenner. A lot of that influence has moved to influencers on TikTok though, so it's a lot more personal and people have a lot bigger sense of identity now, and that's more desirable now. As far as men's and women's undergarments in the 2000s go, um, for women, low-rise thongs and colorful bras were often visible due to their low-rise jeans and sheer tops. Lots of lacy designs were all the rage, and Victoria's Secret was everywhere at the time. For men, boxers and boxer briefs were super popular. You could always usually see them because their pants would be really baggy, which was influenced by hip hop culture. Accessories wise, women's chunky plastic bangles, statement belts, and anything covered in rhinestones was all fair game. Oversized hoop earrings, sunglasses, bags like Louis Vuitton's Takashi Murakami collab were must-have items, and men would always be wearing chains of either gold or silver, and the same accessorized bedazzled watches, glasses, and belts as women. Today's undergarments are a lot simpler, but focus more on comfort. For women, comfort-focused options like bralettes, seamless underwear, and sports bras dominate, and brands like Skims and Savage X Fenty really do take advantage of that. Skims kind of pushes for a very natural, just elevated comfort vibe. And these are some Fenty boxers for men. Boxer briefs are still very popular for men, and a lot of brands focus on breathability and performance. Lululemon, Calvin Klein, the aforementioned Skims, and Fenty really do lead the market in these things. As far as accessories go, minimalist gold and silver jewelry, stackable rings, dainty necklaces are very popular. Functional items like crossbodies, tote bags, and claw clips are very popular as well. And for men, smartwatches, leather wallets, and designer sunglasses are still very popular. Men's and women's hairstyles in the 2000s, layered cuts like the Rachel transitioned into side swept bangs. Women of color wore their natural hair, had braided or twisted hair. Crimped hair, butterfly clips, chunky highlights, and frosted tips were all extremely popular, and straightened hair with a glossy finish was a very popular look as well. For men, spiky hairstyles with generous amounts of gel. Think Jersey Shore, big giant hair with lots of gel. And buzz cuts, like this one seen on David Beckham, were really popular. If men weren't wearing shorter hair, a lot of them did have shaggy skater hair and surfer hair, which is also popular at the time. Nowadays, it's more focused on natural, almost like I woke up like this hair. Effortless beach waves, sleek buns, and curtain bangs like these seen on Sabrina Carpenter are super popular. Natural texture and ethnic hairstyles are celebrated, and there's a lot of products nowadays focusing on curl care. For men, short textured cuts and fades are very common. Longer hairstyles focus more on slick backs, and natural waves are popular for men as well. And mullets are kind of the thing right now. For gender roles in the 2000s and politics, after 9/11, there was a surge in Americana-inspired fashion, with American flags being featured on everything, as you can see Destiny's Child and Paris and Nicole here. Women's fashion emphasized femininity, and men's was very focused on utilitarianism and bold pieces like baggy pants, big caps, and giant chains. So the gender roles were very rigid at this time. The LGBT community was known, but it wasn't as accepted as it is now. And celebrities like RuPaul were beginning to push the boundary about how things were seen and what things were accepted at the time. Nowadays, things are a lot more lax. Movements like Black Lives Matter and LGBT rights have driven brands to prioritize representation, gender neutral designs, and activism inspired fashion statements. Modern fashion is extremely androgynous, with many styles crossing over traditional gender boundaries, as seen in this look here, which can be honestly be considered a men's look, a women's look. It would fit anybody. Accessories now transcend traditional gender roles, with men adopting bags, jewelry, and makeup, um, and many women opting for functional designs and more minimalist aesthetics. These are my references. Thank you.